Mama, he did it.
You hear that? That's the air conditioning. I don't really care because I'm hot in a big old polar bear and it's hot up in here. I'm ashamed. What's wrong? Just got here it hang. She got that hang time curl back popping. The pattern looking good and them locks be locking. Ooh,
I hope they do.
and jockey. Ooh, ooh.
The Hair Chronicles.
Yep. We back up in this thing. Got my girl Day and my itchy slay. And
I was like, who did I realize you said Day Day?
we going. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another special, also special rendition of the MamaHeDidIt podcast. I'm your boy Jay Leck, and she.
Your girl Jess, aka R. Darlene. That's her middle name, so don't call me that because you don't know me.
You don't know her. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? I wish I had like a. How everybody doing out there in the world, man? It's a beautiful day. Happy episode 68, the great 68. You know what time it is? Yeah, boy. One. We getting crazy this year, all 2024 on you goals. Anyway.
Okay.
Just how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Got some things done productively for the first time in probably a month. Well, not in its entirety, but since I've been here. Yeah.
Just got off the job. Just pulled in to chat it up with you and the peeps today, but it's all right though. You know, I can't complain. If I complain, you know, it wouldn't do nobody no good. Wouldn't even do me none. So, you know, we just vibing.
Yeah, right.
You know, got a couple things to do after we get off the show, but you know, everything's gonna be all right. You know, everything's gonna be all right, man. If it's your first time tuning into the MamaHeDidIt podcast, make sure you do everything down below in the ticker, man. Run up the subs, man. Cause we getting the birds, but we need the subs. So run the subs. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate y'all. If you have not done so already, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow us on all streaming platforms. That's everywhere. Wherever you listen to your podcast, we there as well. But anyway, man, we got a good show in store. So let's get straight into it. Straight like that. Boom. How do people get back in the swing of things? I know when you come out of your holidays, you know, we still in February, January, but we
January almost gone though.
It's almost up out of here. So
like
the swing,
we're recording on the 23rd.
Yeah. So the swing of things should have been got put together, but I'm having struggles getting in. So I need to hear how is that done, and or what can I do to, you know, hop back in the swing.
Well, beats me because I'm just starting today. Best thing for me is to set the alarm and wake up on the alarm. I don't know if you have troubles with this, but Jessica has multiple alarms. The people that can set one alarm at 6 o'clock and get up at 6 o'clock, more power to you and your discipline or your bedtime, one of the two. But for me, in this house, 6 o'clock is just the beginning of the 17 alarms I've had to set to get up to 7.
That's crazy, bro. And it's like,
and I be knowing all of them too. It be like 6, 6:10, 6:15, 6:17, 6:20, 6:22, 6:30. All right, now girl, you better get up. Now you'll get out here by 7:20. You know, like
crazy. Mine's is 6 o'clock. No, mine's is 5, 5:10, 5:15, and 5:24. That's the last one.
You know what I just found a parallel in when you said 5?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like times or temperatures that start with that number.
Well, what temperatures are you using that start with 5? I mean, what have you
like
cooked the oven up to 500 degrees? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about outside temperature.
Oh, okay. I like.
Yeah, like if it's in the 50s, dog, keep me inside.
Man, it's just something about them alone. And bro, like I worked out Monday morning, and the alarm was set.
Morning workouts are just not it.
It's not it. The alarm was set for 4:10. The second was 4:15.
You would have to go to bed at 6 o'clock.
The last one was 4:20. So and I try not to get the
groove of things, you know, at 4. I cannot. Like, I don't think there would be any point in my life where I'm like, I want to wake up at 4 o'clock to go burn energy. I'm still trying to collect it. Like, why am I getting up at 4 to go burn energy?
It said burn energy.
It's just like you got the whole day ahead of you. You need that energy. Okay? I'm gonna wait till after work where I'm already tired, so I can just increase my tiredness. So then, therefore, I can just go to bed.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm gonna go in the morning. I didn't go this morning because it was a struggle for the kid, but I'm gonna go tomorrow morning, hopefully. Cause it's tough waking up that early. Then you fool around at work late. It's just not a good combination. Like you just like, bro, I don't want to be here no more. And I don't know where here is, but I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. So I don't know. I think it just may just take me getting over the hump. So I'm trying to figure out how to get back in the groove. And I don't know. I need assistance. So what would you do if someone was a fat guy and needed to get in shape, but didn't like waking up in the morning, but also don't like working out in the evening? So one of them got to happen. Though.
Oh, that's crazy. Work out at lunch, dog. I don't know. Better run, eat that hamburger.
Eating hamburgers and running is crazy.
Or a grilled chicken sandwich. That's a little healthy.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, and it ain't even just that. To me, it's like, so I'm teaching Bible class, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like the book that I'm teaching out of, like, so I'm teaching out of the Bible, obviously, but I'm also using like this commentary. It is so hard to dissect. Like this dude, I ain't gonna say I dislike the author of the commentary, but it's like, bro, I just rather just rock out because you slowing me up. Like I don't know what he talking about. Like I get what he talking about, but none of it goes together. It's kind of like when kids made like them little Mississippi mud pies when they was in school, like the pudding and the cake and it's just too much and it don't work. And so that's kind of like where I'm at. So
putting them gummy worms in that darn pudding.
Yeah. So last week we had to freeze and I didn't have to teach because they canceled. But so I got one in the book for tomorrow. But I need one for next week, and that's what I'm working on. And last night I might have got a page, and I don't even know if that page makes sense. Like, so I was like, this is dumb. I'm not calling the Bible dumb, but I don't like this commentary. And so I'm trying to figure out what to do. And it's just getting in the swing, man. It's just tough, man. It's just tough.
I feel like, I feel like I've heard this before, but like, how people say, when you don't know where to go back to the fundamentals or go back to the basics. I feel like that's how you get back. Boy, I thought that was a random pillow you pulled up.
It's my Day. Say, hey, Day. I'll say hey.
Day don't know what's going on.
Hey, Day.
I look like her. She don't know who I am.
Hello. Put it back there. She trying to figure out what's all this light going on up here.
But how they say, get back to the basics, get back to the fundamentals. I feel like you have to do that in every aspect of your life to get back in the swing of things. Because it's like you can have one thing going for you, but then this over here is just messing you up. Like you're not really in the swing. It's like riding a bicycle. You ride mostly smooth, but every once in a while you catch that catch. Like and that's how it feels when you try to get back in the swing of things. So it's like step by step. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna wake up on time. I'm gonna get out the bed. I'm gonna do this and that.
You gotta kind of force the issue, I guess.
You gotta force. I feel like getting back in the swing requires more discipline than staying in it sometimes.
Speak on it. Speak on it. I need this word. I need this word today. You already know what I'm about to put up here. I need this word today.
I'll put that up there.
I need this word today. Come on with it. I need it. I promise you I need it.
I'm just speaking for myself, for example. Like, today was my first day. Really, I didn't accomplish everything I should have did today, but we went way further than I have when I said I was going to start last week. Like,
so you went to the gym?
No, I ride on the cycle. That's right there.
What all you do?
20 minutes.
Okay. Chop. How many cows?
It ran probably with a lot. But
15 cows.
It said indoor cows 94, so that's not good. That I eliminated that with the oatmeal pie I just ate. That's okay.
No, I hate food. It's like you eat one thing, work
But
out,
it's so
gone.
very much good though.
Bro, it's so very much tasty and nutritious to me.
Yeah, I ain't even burnt my move calories for the day. Nowhere near it. Don't plan on exceeding
Bro, I'm at a whopping 800 calories for the day burn. I feel disgusting. I feel like
800. Boy, that would have made my goal.
I'm so weak.
I have 117 move.
My goal is 1600.
And my goal 500.
I'm not even halfway. Like I think my goal is 1800, something like that.
I'm gonna try and add on a workout little.
Yeah.
At home workout tomorrow. But today I was like, let's just get the knees moving.
Okay? Let's just get them warming up.
Today I was like,
kill yourself.
Like I mapped out how long it's gonna take me to get to work last night, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna push myself. I'm gonna probably have to wake up no later than 6:30 to get up and get ready to leave by 7:20. But I was like, that's pushing the limits when I'm going to bed at 11 right now. So I'm gonna set an alarm to wake me up at 7:20. I sit up. And just be like, all right, dog.
What time do you have to be at work?
8 o'clock.
Oh, so you trying to? Okay, I got you.
I'm trying to prep myself. Like, okay, this is the time I'm waking up.
That's one thing a black person go do is train they sleep. Boy, black folk get in that bed. You got school start next week.
It helps though. Like, because if I was to, like, when I tell y'all, I've been staying up 2 or 3 o'clock and sleep till 11. Like, if I do that the day before I go to work, I am going to be exhausted for no reason. And I know all I'm doing is paperwork. So I know
you go to 8 and you work to what, 4 or 5?
5. And I know I'm gonna be sitting down, just filling out stuff, listening to tutorial videos like that. If you ain't got your sleep, dog, you're gonna be
that day.
I can't do it on the first day. So I try to train like my body, like, okay, this is the time to get up. So I did 7:20 just to wake myself up, like, okay, this is the time I should. I got up, I moved a little bit, like went to the bathroom and stuff. And I lay back in bed and I was like, okay, because I didn't go to bed at my actual bedtime, bless you. My actual bedtime that I think I'm going to have to go to bed at, I was like, okay, I'm going to sleep till 8 because that's when my day starts. So then I slept till 8. And then when 8 came, I was like, all right, dog, get up. We need to get up. So I got up. I didn't really do much. I just got out the bed. And then I went to the couch and I planned on studying, but then my iPad was dead. So I was like, well, now I can wait for this sucker to turn on. Charge that. I went through one slide deck. Horrible for the first day, but it's way more than I've done in a whole month and a half. So progress.
Good progress.
And I think tomorrow I'm gonna just read the books.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and do like 2 chapters, maybe like 2 chapters in the morning, 2 chapters in the afternoon, and then I'm gonna also try and get this thing rolling with trying to get rid of some clothes and exercise tomorrow. And then I'll be heading to Jackson. And then I'm going to just try and stay up on I'm going to take a book with me, but I'm going to try and stay up on like getting up and actually doing something. So I maintain like progress in that because it happens next week, whether I want it to or not. So.
For sure. And that's where I'm at. Like this point, it's like, bro, I done lost a lot of weight and I done gained a lot back. So it's like at this point, I'm up here like, bro.
Like, I got to chill.
Like, it ain't even the fact that I done gained a whole lot. It's just like.
You gained more back than what you was. You didn't level out. You gained weight instead of leveling out. You had that 10 pound, fluctuation. Yeah. You went past your fluctuation.
For sure. So it's like, bro, get it together, son. And it's like I done lost. I ain't gonna say it ain't the word of motivation. It's just like, what's the point? So it's like at this point, I'm trying to dig deep, bro. I'm trying to force myself to snap. Because when I get in that mode, I'm in the mode. But it's just like I'm trying to force myself into this mode, and I cannot, for whatever reason, my switch is not clicking. My mental switch ain't clicking. So I don't know what I gotta do. If I gotta watch some YouTube, and I don't even desire to do that. It's like I'm just like, ugh. So like the workout was cool, but it's like it didn't snap me into it. And I think I'm just gonna force the issue. I'm just gonna force myself to go. And force myself to eat right and just force.
I cannot explain to you how much I didn't want to get on this bike today, but I was like, it's here. Like I have to go nowhere but into the room next to me.
It's right. And see, my gym ain't far from me at all. So it's like, bro.
Yeah, my gym ain't far, but it's just like I got to ride a bike in my pajamas.
That's musty.
I'm not using them no more. They was my lounging pajamas.
Okay.
But like, it was just the fact that I was like, okay, get up and do it. Like when you talk about giving yourself excuses, if I was to not get on that bike today, I gave myself plenty of excuses
The
because
ultimate excuse.
it's right. I don't have to go nowhere. I don't have to change clothes.
You
I can
ain't got
shower
work.
right after. I don't have work. I'm really doing nothing better.
Yeah. And then the thing about the bike, that might be what I do. I might just wake up in the morning, go hop on the bike. And it's like, to me, it's like, what happened? To me, it's like, I'm just trying to. And I got on the treadmill. I walked on the treadmill for 30 minutes. That was easy. That was light. Wasn't that tripping about that. But it was
That
just
20
like,
minutes was at 15. I was like, God, dog.
yeah,
This is a lot.
I was just, I just watching stuff on my phone, listen to a podcast, whatever. I was straight, but it's just like, it's just the fact that I don't know. Just
You just feel like, bro, it's so early.
I wish I had an answer for you, but I literally don't have an answer. I ain't got a clue of why.
It's just like, do you want it bad enough? That's really the ultimate.
That's really what it is. And I see why people be saying that. I see why folks always say that mama mentality. Like, you gotta really be like,
you gotta want it more than the pain you gotta deal with to get to it.
Like, it ain't even pain. It's just being lazy. Like, it's just like, come on, cuz. Like, so I think this conversation is putting me in the mode slowly but surely. I feel like I'm ready to go get it. I might go work it after this. Who knows? But
I ain't bringing no more tonight.
What time is it? I got time. But I think this might be what's helped me get back in it. I just need to feel the woosah again.
Yeah, like that's why I was like, this is my get yourself together day, Jessica. Because like, although I didn't do everything I wanted, I did a lot of stuff that I needed to just tap. You got to tap back into it a little bit. Like, oh, okay, I remember how that feel. Like that muscle memory. Like, oh, I remember that. Like, okay. But like with studying, I was like, okay, I remember that. I ain't lost it all. I just ain't been looking at it in a minute, And then I washed my hair today. Like, I ain't washed my hair since I've been here, mostly because
that might be all I need is a fresh cut.
Like, I literally felt so good washing my hair, and I have been able to. One, I didn't want to the first week because it was such a lot of movement, a lot of stuff going on. Second week, also a lot of stuff going on. Like, I was going in and out. Then the third week was the snowstorm, and they was telling us low pressure, conserve water, don't do stuff basically. So then I was like, all right, temperature up, water pressure solid. Wash your hair. Like, let's refresh here, right? Like, you got to refresh yourself before you get back into the swing. So, like, if you go, that's like telling a phone, like, we're gonna do this update to get you back right, but you on 2%. Like, you gotta re-up it a little bit before you get back into the swing. Because if you get back into it and you ain't got no energy to do it, then you're just gonna fail at it.
And honestly, I've been trying to eat better. Like, I've been eating decent. I had some ice cream today, but other than that, I've been eating decent.
Cold.
So who cares? I think what it's gonna take, I'm gonna just drink me a gallon of water tomorrow, and that's gonna pop me back in. I feel like that's
so very much water.
Man, I can do it though. And I like doing it. So I think once I drink that gallon, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm back.
I feel like I'm really gonna get in the groove when I finally get that first month in the bag. Because then I can start managing resources, okay? Because I really need to manage. And I'm the type of person, I really want to cut that expense of going to the gym because I got a bike and I can get a little dumbbell.
To me, low key, I'm going to be honest with you.
But then again, if I do pay for the gym, I'm going to go. Because you're not going to take my money.
And that's where I'm at. I'm like, bro, come on. You already paying for this dude. You might want to go up here. Yeah. And see, I'm going to be honest. Like, your apartment complex is big enough where you really don't need no gym. But it's just weird.
I think it's a gym. I need to go look at the center. It's in a gym. So I know it's an outdoor gym, I think. But Jessica's not an outdoor girl all year long. So we are not starting something we can't keep up. Yeah. And all that poop on the ground, them dogs. Yeah, people just act like they don't see that big old green stain with the bags in the trash.
Yeah, David. I'm gonna tell you what our apartment just started doing. They got these they're gonna do DNA tests on them. So actually we gotta take up to they do DNA swabs of every dog in the apartment complex. And if they see your poop, yeah, and if they see your dog poop, they pick it up and they run into a DNA test. And if it matches, you get a fine.
Lot. How big this fine? It
It
gotta be a big fine for them to want to pay for that.
it changes per
Per poop found
yeah,
finding.
per poop discovery. Let me
Who out
see.
here checking the yard for poop?
Well, I think it's I think what it is
Or you
like
can like just collect somebody poop. Like, you know what's so crazy though? Like somebody go pick somebody poop up that left it there and take it up to the office and be like, here goes some fresh poop that ain't my dog.
so the first fine is 150, the second one is 200, the third one is 250. Every offense
The
after
first
that
fine
is
is
250.
what?
The first pet fine is 150, the second is 200, and everything after that is 250. Every time they find
Ooh,
some
50
dookie.
for a poop.
Oh, some dookie. I hope they don't be in the lead. If they get off in them darn leaves, it's over. Cause all her junk in the leaves. But if they stay on the grass, I don't let her poop on the grass. I'm not picking up no dookie. I go to work every day. I ain't picking up no dookie. I'm just gonna be hungry with you. So she gotta go in the
If
woods.
and when I get a dog, that dog is gonna be toilet trained.
Like on the actual toilet.
Like you know how they have the trainer toys for little toddlers that you can put in the living room?
Yeah.
That's what my dog could be
Look
using.
at this little thing.
She probably couldn't get on one of them.
She can't hop on nobody's be still good. She can't hop on
I
nobody's
was minding
toilet.
my business,
She
sir.
was minding her business. Daddy. You can't hop on nobody's toilet. You look at you. You so little bitty. Actually, she overweight.
She overweight.
She really not. I think she's supposed to be. She got to lose 2 pounds. So we all got to lose some.
2 pounds.
I think they said she's supposed to be 8 pounds, but she actually 10 right now.
No more biscuits for you.
She really light though. I think it's just all this hair, bro. Once she go to the groomers next month, she gonna be straight.
That's a couple ounces, not 2 pounds.
Yeah, she is heavier though, but she grown. Technically, in dog years, my girl is.
They just say I'm 2 pounds over, leaving me and I'm thick.
And dog years, my girl is 14 years old.
That girl's a whole 9th grader.
So she's supposed to be big right now. She grown.
That girl in high school. She a freshman.
Go on to the grind, girl. But she closer out of her teenage. She finna be 21 in April.
21? Dang, she could have passed me in another year.
Me too, Nick. She finna be 21 in April. My girl, oh.
That girl is legal get her. Nah, I'm just playing. We don't give dogs alcohol. We don't even drink alcohol. But
So she got some of this.
I'm like, wow. Put a little Kool-Aid back in there for her.
She love that type of stuff. But nah, man. I feel like, so the topic on board right now is financial planning and life planning. So this is something I'm currently learning how to do better. Oh, let me tell you. Currently learning how to do better. So me and Kyla actually sat down this weekend and kind of did some quote unquote financial and quote unquote life planning. We talked about paying off our student loans, and one of our goals is to pay off mine and hers in a year. It's some change, but mainly a year. One physical loop. Starting in June or July. One of them. I gotta go back and look at it. But that's one of our goals, and I just feel like once we're able to pay off all our student loans, we'll be straight. I feel like we can start saving money for a house. We can start saving money for investments and all those good things. So I just want to be debt free, at least the immediate credit card debt and the immediate student loan debt, and that's basically what I'm trying to get to. So that's one of the things we sat down and do, and it's tough combos. Like people don't always talk about how tough a conversation. When you start bringing money into the mix, these combos be tough, and you
trying
just
to eliminate stuff you don't need,
bro. What you talking? Eliminate stuff you don't need, or you want to do this with your lifestyle. But it's like, one thing that we kind of came to the agreement of is it's some sacrifice that got to be done in order to achieve what we want to achieve. So it's like, do I want to do this for the rest of my life and just sacrifice a year, or do I want to keep struggling and stay in debt for the rest of my life? So it's like, we're going to sacrifice a few things. I hate to tell y'all, Christmas going to be light next year too. This year. So you ninjas ain't getting nothing until 2025. But in 2025 is up.
Crazy.
So what we're going to do is we're going to try to save us some money up, and not necessarily we want to pay down our debt. We want to be debt free as far as our loan debt, student loan debt, and any credit card debt. And after
Paying
that,
off my student loan debt would be crazy in a year.
You can do it, bro. I'm gonna tell you how we.
You
gonna
don't know
do
how
it.
much my debt is.
I know how much it is. You told me you can do it, and you don't know how much mine and hers is together. I know how much it is. And
Monthly income.
I'll
So
shoot it to you in the chat. Where the chat at? In the chat, yeah. I'm gonna send it to Jessica so y'all can't even see it. This how much mine and hers is in the chat.
I think you can see it on the screen, can't you?
Nah, I'm not sharing the screen.
Oh, okay.
That's how much ours is, and we could pay that in a year because we're gonna live off
Well,
of.
that makes sense. She could pay it in a year with 2 incomes.
Yeah, technically. So we're gonna live off one income, and then the other income we're gonna use to pay that debt down. I'm
gonna get her down. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna get her down. I think I'll give myself like a 3 to 5 year plan once I settle into it.
Mm-hmm. And it depends on your situation. Like if you married, it's a different ball game than when you're not. And the only reason we ever do that because we got 2 incomes now, so it's like we can go and knock it out the way. Hopefully, Joe's gonna come through with that Bama taking his time, and he want to just grant the folks that have been paying for 80,000 years and not me. But it's all right. It's whatever. It's all right. Whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and knock it out the way so we can be done with that. I don't want to hear nothing about no Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, or whoever. Fannie Mac, Freddie Mae. I don't want to hear nothing about none of them Fannies and Freddies and me. I just want to go ahead and get this debt paid off so we can be free and let out a debt-free scream. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So, man, yeah. So that and after that is like managing bills, managing funds, managing everything. It's like you gotta count everything because everything got a price tag to it. And that's what I'm learning the adult way right now.
Even free got a price.
Even free got a price. You gotta go pick it up. Or it's free, but you got to pay for shipping and handling. You feel me? So it's like everything got a price tag, and that's kind of where we at now and planning life. As far as life, look, I love my mama, I love my daddy, I love her parents, but don't be expecting no grandchildren. No time the heck soon.
Oh my gosh!
I ain't gonna say don't expect them. But if it happened, I should
know what God's got planned.
I know one thing God got condominiums, and I listen, I'm trying to make sure 2 to 3 years so we can get all this junk paid for and be good to go. You feel me? So that's where we at.
We get this.
But I feel like you really don't really know what is what until you get in it. Like it's hard to. I know that sounds dumb, but I guess what I'm saying, you don't realize how much.
That's why I'm waiting to really sit down until I get that first, check to really financially plan it. Because until you can see, okay, these are the expenses. This is definitely coming out on this first check if you're getting paid bi-weekly, and then rearranging stuff I can rearrange to where I'm not getting hit all in the first first 2 weeks. So, nah. I definitely get it.
Yeah.
And you don't understand it as much. You don't understand it as much. And then when you in it, you fully can see the sacrifices you can make to make it happen.
Exactly. And it's like, to me, I see some things where we can cut from, and I see some areas where we may have a little leeway. Bro, I seen this thing the other day. Now, this is gas now. I'm pretty sure I sent this to you, but okay, for instance, we're going to try to save up 3 to 6 months of savings, right? Which won't take long for me to do it at all. No flex, just telling the truth. It won't take long for me to do that. 3 to 6 months worth of expenses in savings. I think I said that wrong. 3 to 6 months of expenses in savings, right? Mm-hmm. But how we going to try to manage to do this? Once we get it, then what? What do you do with it? I'm asking you a question.
Oh, I thought that was a rhetorical question for the people.
No, I was asking you. Once you get your savings where you want it, once you get your savings where you want it, what do you do with it?
I double it.
How?
I do it till I can get double.
Oh, you talking you keep saving?
Yeah, like either if that's the approach you want to take, like there's multiple ways to double it. Like you can invest it into something, you can put it down into something, you can grow equity in something, but like.
No, I'm talking about savings, emergency fund savings.
Yeah. Oh, emergency funds? What would you do to emergency fund savings?
Yes.
Is it in a high yield savings account?
It could be.
Well, that's where I want to put it.
Well, I'm going to tell you something more gas than that. So I watched this video of this dude on YouTube. Not YouTube, Instagram and YouTube. But he was talking.
Loud truck. You hear that?
He was talking about the high yield savings account and people when they get their savings. I was like, cool, yeah, that's what I want to do anyway. And he was like, nah, what did the bank do? He was like, the bank goes and buys T-bills with your money. And so the high yield savings account gets what? 4%? Well, the bank will go get 5% from a T-bill and then give you 4% and they keep the 1%. But you can just go buy a T-bill yourself and get the whole 5%. And I was like, yes. And you can just keep rolling it and keep investing it. So it keep growing, but you just keep it there. And it's still cash. You can go pull it anytime you want to, but you can just keep reinvesting and buy more bills. That, in a sense, that's what you're doing. In a sense, that's what you're doing is doubling it without having to keep saving for it. You know what I'm saying? So you can just keep buying more bills, get your interest, buy more bills, get your interest, just keep doing it over and over again because you ain't gonna lose.
Well, what I'm saying is I would want to double it. I'm saying I would keep it in there until I doubled it, pull it out, and restart at a different intake, if that makes sense. At a different input.
What you mean? Let's start as far as talking about starting to save your money again.
Yeah. Like you invest the savings money until you have doubled the savings money.
Mm-hmm.
Pull it and then re-input at a higher input until you double that.
You keep saying input. You talking about research?
I don't know what other words.
So you saying if I save $1,000 and I buy T-bills and I keep waiting till that 1,000 turns to 2,000, then I take it out. And I save up $2,000 more. Or what more $1,000. Then I put 3,000 in and then get 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you can do that. Yeah, for sure. Ain't nothing wrong
with that. Just like
you
still have an emergency savings. Like you still got money in the savings, if that makes sense.
That is the money in the savings, what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Maybe I just don't understand T-bills.
Well, a T-bill, okay, so how the T-bill works, and I know this ain't no financial podcast, so we just talking at this point. How the T-bill works, you can buy it. So T-bill basically is debt that the United States government has, and you are basically purchasing their debt. So you helping them pay off debt, basically.
I mean, you're funding it.
Funding it, basically. You're funding their debt, and by you funding their debt, they give you a % return, and most T-bills are like, right now, they're like at 5%. So you'll get 5% return on your initial investment at maturity of the T-bill. And so basically that's what it is. So it's like you can pull it out before maturity. So some of them you got 3 month, you got 4 week, 3 month, 6 month, you got all the way up to a year long T-bills and however long you can keep it in there. I'm probably gonna rock up with the 4 week and the 3 month joints.
Just to test it out.
Just to test it out, to see how it look. And bro, it's gas. Like it's crazy. It took me a second to understand how the math works on it, but it's pretty easy. And the only thing is you go get your 5% back. And it's not like the stock market. It ain't like you gonna go in the negative. So that's the part I like about it. So that's why I said this is good. Not saying the stock market bad. I ain't saying that at all. I like the stock market. I'm just saying with this one right here, you're not gonna get this high of return, but it's still good for your savings account because it can't go down. Versus me putting all my money in the brokerage and putting it in stocks, it can go down. Versus in a T-bill, it ain't gonna go down. I think the lowest it can go is like 1.something%. The lowest it can go, but you still get a return. It's still higher than most savings accounts.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
So I created me an account. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this joint. I'm gonna start out with $100, see what they look like. I might get about $3-4. Hey, I ain't tripping. Run it bike.
$3 on in there.
For sure. I consider you just gonna sit in the bank anyway. You feel me? Yeah, so
100 pennies make $1.
Yeah, feel me. But anyway, it's just stuff like that, little tips, tricks. So I'm just trying to learn as much as I can, reading books and stuff like that, just to try to put me in a position where I can make a decision that's smart. And sometimes I think the biggest part about life plan, I feel like folks sit in the testing phase too long. They trying to get ready. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta jump, bro.
You just gotta do it. I feel like that's my pitfall. Like I'd be like, let me research it a little bit more.
Yeah, like bump it. Like you either go.
Like, why not just go ahead and do it?
Just take the risk.
Start.
Yeah. Not saying don't manage your risk and don't overexpose yourself to risk, but you got to take some eventually anyway. So
yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at with it. So yeah, that's what I think. 10-4. So since we're talking about making this money, something you got to go to work to do it. So Jessica, Now I know
Nice.
this is one that you requested, so I'm gonna let you explain the question or whatever.
Basically, your girl's gonna start work not tomorrow. Oh Lord, I'll be on the phone if it was tomorrow. Gonna start working next week, and I just wanted just a little friendly brotherly advice on some job do's and don'ts. First job do's and don'ts.
To me, first job do's and don'ts. Number one thing to do is show yourself some grace. That to me, that's the number one thing to
Ooh,
do.
that'd be so hard.
Ooh, I'm telling you, listen to me now.
Like,
And
can I say this one statement?
go
I
ahead.
never understood what Daddy said, what he's always said is like I expect more from my own kids. Like it really, like I give everybody grace, but I expect more from myself. Like,
Yeah.
all right, go ahead.
Yeah. So I feel like, and I've been talking to Kyle about this a lot too. It's like sometimes when we first start jobs and we got this job or we got this opportunity. I don't want to just say job, but you had this opportunity and you want to make the most of this opportunity, but you don't give yourself enough time to mature in it. And so, and if you ever look at a curve, and we talking about curves, I could pull one up, but I'll just talk about it. Whenever you look at a curve on a chart, most curves, even when they are linear curves or positive curves, most of them don't start out straight up. Most curves kind of have a tail to them where they kind of curve slowly, but they still rising, but they rising real slowly. And I feel like that's how you got to kind of grade yourself on a curve. You ain't gonna know everything. As much as you studied, good a grades you got, you had, how your GPA was, or how much work experience you done had, you ain't gonna know everything. And every industry is different. So, and to me, that's the number one do. Show yourself some grace. The number one don't is to not listen. So don't not listen.
Yeah.
I need you to listen. So meaning like for a while when I was at work, people think I ain't even talk. As much as I like to talk, they didn't think I talk because I was just trying to listen, trying to understand it. Because sometimes you start talking, not saying don't ask questions, that ain't what I'm saying. Not saying don't talk to people, but you gotta listen to how things go. Damn, what is that, a plane?
No, that's my air, but it ain't never came on while I was in here.
You know. But you have to you have to listen. You have to listen to your audience. Listen to your audience, listen to your customer. And your customer could be just your boss at first. Your customer could also be an operator, or in your case, it could be a patient. That's who your customer could be. You gotta listen to them, and just know that you don't know everything. Look, I've been working in my job for 3 years, going on 4. I still don't know everything. Like it's so much I don't know. It's crazy. And that's just on my end of the plant. I ain't even talking about the other side. I definitely don't know. But just on my end of the plant, it's still so much I don't know. So you can't assume you know everything and always get input. Not saying always need validation, but value good input when it comes to projects, anything like that. So that's the number one dues for me.
Thanks.
Yeah. I say take your time, and I say I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you something to not do. One thing to remember is everybody's at work to do what?
Work.
Nope.
Complete a task.
Nope.
Do a job.
Everybody's at work to make
Earn
money. That's what you're there for. At the end of the day, you're there to make money. I don't care how much you love your job. I don't care how passionate you are about your job. 99% of America, or 95% out there, would not work their job if it was strictly volunteer basis. Most folks wouldn't. I mean, if you weren't getting paid, you wouldn't go because it couldn't support your life. That being said, don't take it so serious. I know some folks that take work way too serious, and I know people that don't take it serious enough. But I do know that when you take your job serious, but not way too serious, you can still get great results. You just can. It's a thing called laws of averages that businesses run off of. Have you ever heard of laws of averages?
Mm-mm.
So I think it is I think it's actually called not loss average. It's called 10% rule. So for every one employee, 10%, or for every employee, 10% of the value of whatever you're dealing with makes up 75% of the workload, right? So when you got 2 employees, I think that's how it works. I forget.
I think I actually know what you're talking about.
I can't remember.
I couldn't explain it, but
I don't know. I think it was law of averages. I think it is law of averages.
I don't know the name of the theory.
I think it's law of averages. I think it's law of averages because basically what it's saying is the more I have, the less is working towards it. So like if I had 10 people, that means 1 or 2 people go get 50% of my production. Whereas I got 1,000 people, that means 15, 20 people go like it's not. So it's like, you remember, and I say this to say this, jobs already know everybody not finna be doing their job when they hire you. So, but now that's not me telling you don't do your job. That's just me telling you don't take work too serious.
Yeah.
Because some people don't know how to leave work at work. Some people bring that job home. Ugh, it bothers me. I be like, bro, you don't even have a life. You just work. And one thing about me, I know my job was making what we make before I came, and they go make it after I leave. Same thing with your job. They go pump out them devices before you came, and they go pump them out after you leave. That being said, it's gonna be all right. That's what my boss told me when I was working at Toyota. He said, why you? I was working hard. I was getting there at like 6, leaving at 7 p.m., going crazy. 8 p.m. some days, and I just ain't had nothing else to do. And so he said, man, why you working so hard? Why you staying so late? I said, just working. That's dude. So he said, man, he said, what was Toyota making before you came here? I said, cars. He said, okay. He said, what they making right now? I said, cars. He said, what you think they're gonna make once you leave and go back to school? I said, cars. He said, so why you working so hard? And that stuck with me, bro. That stuck with me. So I just want you to remember that. Don't take work too serious. When you come home, to me, my ride home from work is the time where I decompress. If you ever hear me, like, how often do you hear me talk about work? Very seldom. Yeah. And Kyla will even tell you, she sees me almost every day. I rarely talk about work. Unless you ask me a very specific question, because I leave that junk at the gate. I know how to clock in and clock out in my head because I don't get paid to think about this place when I'm gone. Now, when it's something pop up when they call me, I think about it then. But as far as just letting it linger on my brain, it ain't happening because it's called work-life balance. How can I have a work-life balance when I'm always thinking about work? You can't. You gotta have life. So you just gotta know how to decompress. So to me, my thing is on the ride home, I'm on YouTube. I'm listening to music. It's out my head. And I'm kicking it. When I get back home, it's time for me to get you got to do something for yourself. Meaning, and that's one thing why I kind of like working out and doing stuff like the podcast. Granted, we ain't making a dime off this podcast, but that being said, this podcast is for me and you. It's me and you. And so when I work out, it's for me. When I spend time with Kyle, it's for us. You got to do something for you because 8 hours out of the day, 8 hours to 9 hours to 10 hours out of the day, you're going to be doing something for somebody else. You could be doing something for your paycheck. So you got to enjoy the time you do have for you. And so that's my do's and don'ts.
Very enlightening. Mm-hmm. I am going to try and use one though for real.
You going to try to do what?
Use the advice.
Okay, yeah, I hope you do. I'm telling you, this game, I won't lie to you. And other thing I will say, be cordial to everybody, even if they don't want to talk to you. Be cordial. Just being cordial loosens people up. And then once they and see, this the thing. Now, this the thing right here. Now, this is the gas amongst gases. Now, we both know, everybody watches podcasts. If you can't hear it, you can definitely see it. We are minorities. So it's stuff that comes with being a minority. So when people don't want to talk to you and they think you dumb already, that's okay. All you got to do is get in your bag and learn and work hard. And get in your bag and keep learning. Get in the pocket of somebody that's experienced, learn from them, and they'll help you out. And just be nice and cordial to people. Because it's going to come a day when the tables turn and they need you. It always happens. It happens everywhere I go, everywhere, in anything. It always happens when the entity that may not have accepted you now needs you. Now it's a different ball game. Not saying I can't help you, but it's just saying that now you have no option but to interact with me. And so that's something you just got to remember. Just you got to remember what you look like. A lot of times you got from the corporate world, people forget what they look like because they're trying to fit a mold that they think they have to fit. But no, I teach Bible class with jeans and J's. Why am I changing for anybody? Like, why? Like, I'm gonna wear these jeans and J's anyway. Why I gotta change for you? And so that's the same thing. So it's like when you at work, you ain't gotta change how you talk. How I'm talking right now is how I talk at work.
I talk like this all the time.
I don't code switch for nothing because you can't. Because they knew what they hired. They saw it. So just be you. Be your authentic.
I change my hair every single week. You change your hair a lot. I wash my hair every week.
Yeah, who cares?
Wow, if I'm gonna do all the work and washing my hair, you better believe I'm gonna do something to it.
Just be you and be confident in being you. And one thing I will say, the reason I say be confident and be you, because and always document everything. So whether it's email threads, communication, if you do anything good or anything succeeds, keep that resume updated. Because what can happen, especially working, just as quick as they hire you, they can fire you even faster. So that being said, you gotta take care of your money just in case something crazy like that happens.
Yeah.
You know, last thing you want to do is let them starve you. So they feeding you, but don't let them starve you. So I know I always hear people say if you allow them to feed you, you allow them to starve you. That's not necessarily true. Reason I say that is if you give me the food and I preserve it, I won't starve. But if you give it to me and I'm eating every time you give it to me, I will starve if you cut me off. But if I eat a little here, save. Eat a little, invest. Eat a little, put it back. Eat a little, buy equity. Get equity in something else. At that point, if they do cut you off, you ain't starving. You got some freedom there. You got some you get at minimum you have resources to survive off of certain. But at the most, you can go do your own life and do something totally different. So it's all about what you envision. You know, I appreciate my job. I feel like my job is my number one investor. I always feel that way. So I rarely complain about going to work, even though I don't feel like going sometimes. But my job is my number one investor. Now if you think of it that way, as your job being your number one investor, you won't feel bad about having to work late. You won't feel bad about having to go to work. And then once you get your funds and your paycheck, by them being your number one investor, and you keep that in the back of your head, you can now use that money to navigate the rest of your life. You don't have to be pinned to it, right? So, you know, that's just what I feel personally. Now, I ain't saying I'm right, but Any words?
No. Oh, don't be thinking. You just start talking again.
Well, anyway, I know you gotta go somewhere. I'm finna pop off and we gonna holler at these folks on our next rendition, guys. Man, we thank y'all for tuning into this podcast episode. Man, make sure you do everything that below on the ticker. Man, make sure y'all tune in. Next week, we back at it again. We back at it like a crack at it. See how Jessica first day of work went next week.
Well, it'll be after the podcast. It'll be in 2 weeks.
Okay. In 2 weeks, we're going to see how Jessica first day of work went. Anyway, guys, thank y'all for tuning in so much. We love y'all. We hope you have a great rest of the week. Happy Wednesday, and keep on pushing. We love you. We trust you. And we thank you for tuning in. Jessica, anything else for the people?
No. Be great.
Be you, be great. With that being said, I've been your boy Jay Leg, and she's been
your girl Jess.
And we'll see y'all next rendition of the MamaHeDidIt podcast. Kiss mama, uncle, cousin, and for me. Peace.